Bahasham Yahushua, Bahasham Kakadash. Also want to give double honors to our elder apostles of Great Millstone Ruel, all right, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. All right, we are GMS Mississippi Camp. Furthermore, we are the Hebrew Israelites. All right, and we out here doing our new moon lesson. All right, our new moon Shabbat. All right, because the new moon ushers in the what? The new Shabbat. All right, and through the Spirit was on us to go into a topic, basically going into how spiritually we're that virtuous woman too. Because we know spiritually is Sophia, but on the other end of that spectrum is us. All right? And if you can start at Jeremiah 6 and 2. Yeah, just to build up that spirit of we being that woman spiritually.
Jeremiah 6 and 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman.
I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. So the daughter of Zion is a comely and delicate woman. If a brother could also get the scripture where it say, I have betrothed you to Yahweh as a chaste virgin. Okay? So a lot of scriptures goes into the reverence of a woman. Because you know a lot of women, a lot of Israelite women, they got that feminist energy. They bring out scriptures about a woman. But a lot of scriptures do go into a woman, but a lot of times her glory goes into how she deals with her husband. All right? But spiritually, the nation of Israel, all right, is that comely and delicate woman. And our husband is Yahweh. All right?
And they 2 Corinthians 11 and 2. If I am a jealous over you with a godless jealousy, if I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Yahweh Mashiach.
I have presented you as a chaste virgin to Yahweh Shah Mashiach. All right? So we're that chaste virgin, all right? And we're being purified like unto a chaste virgin, man. Okay, and now you can go into Proverbs 31 and 10.
It's Proverbs 31 and 10. Who can find a virtuous woman, for a price is far above rubies.
Wait a minute, it said who can find a virtuous woman? Now, let's get Ecclesiastes 7, where it says, out of 1,000 women I found, yeah. But out of 1,000 men I found one. All right, because it said who can find a virtuous woman? Because those characteristics that a virtuous woman embodies, okay, the characteristics that a virtuous woman embodies is very rare. But who's also rare? The elect. All right.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, and verse 27. Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, which yet my soul seek, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found.
That's why the question was posed, who could find a virtuous woman? But really, we on the flip side, we represent that one man out of 1,000. But spiritually, that's that virtuous woman. Okay? So spiritually, that's the virtuous woman. Now, if we could go, did you hold something, brother? All right, so now we can go further more to Proverbs 31.
About to add,
Yep.
because you look at these cities like Mississippi Jackson Camp, GMS Jackson Camp, you have a handful of men, but then you go to bigger population like Chicago and LA, it's more men, but it's few compared to the population of the city that they
live. Right. Who could find a virtuous woman?
Can I back him up?
Yep.
Hey, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 16 and verse 4. Well, you know what? Let me start at verse 3. Trust not you in their life, unprofitable children or sons, neither respect their multitude. For one that is just is better than 1,000.
The one that is just is better than 1,000. Going back to Ecclesiastes 7, and those different little sanctuaries in the cities, they represent the one that is just in every city. One of a city, two of a household.
Right.
All right?
And better it is to die without children than to have them that are ungodly.
Yep.
For by one that has understanding shall the city be replenished, but the kindred of the wicked shall speedily become desolate.
All right, because that one that is righteous shall the city be replenished by is the hopeful elect. Because we're going to replenish the nation of Israel through the 1/3. Yeah, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua is going to bring back the whole nation through the 1/3, man.
they're replenished by wisdom now.
Yep, that's right.
Wisdom. The those virtuous women, the elect men that are teaching, nation is being replenished and brought back to life through this word going out, because this is a labor to do this work and push this wisdom. And what's happening, this wisdom is birthing, righteousness in the earth.
Yeah, so I mean, the point is, all right. Now let's get into the duties and what the job is of a virtuous woman.
Got that word, virtuous. This in the Hebrew, and the word is kayal, all right, which goes into strength, might, but then it goes into efficiency, ability.
All right, now where that's beautiful. Where is that efficient and ability going to? It's going into doing the works of Yahweh. All right, we're labormen. All right, so as you're gonna see, it's gonna be illustrated in Proverbs 31 how we're using that efficiency and that ability, all right, to build up the house of Israel, man. All right, we're labormen, man. Okay, get to the Proverbs 31.
I did Proverbs 31. I'm starting 11.
You can start at 10.
Get back over.
Yeah.
I did Proverbs 31 and 10. Who can find a virtuous woman, for price is far above rubies? Verse 11. The heart of her husband do trust in her.
So, hey, read that again. Verse 11.
Yeah, verse 11. The heart of a husband do safely trust in her, so that she shall have no need of a spoil.
Yep, the heart of her husband trusts in her. Yeah. So who's the husband? It's the Hawashai. All right, he trusts in her. All right, he trusts in the hopeful elect. All right, to do his work. Go ahead.
Verse 12. She would do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Verse 13. She shall seek wool and flax, and working willingly with her hands. Verse 14. She will work willingly with her hands. Mm-hmm. All right, does not the scripture say, "Come unto her as one that tilleth"? Mm-hmm. Okay, but that's us doing the works. Our reading, watching videos, doing personal lessons, looking at what brothers do in the week, doing a group lesson, going out on the highways and the byways to do, a camp lesson, our camp ministry.
Yeah, wool and flax. He goes, what do you make out of wool? Clothing. Yeah. So spiritual, prophets, that virtuous woman are clothing, the house of Israel and the house of David, putting that clothing on them, but by putting this covering on them,
All right, go ahead.
Verse 14. She like the merchant ships. She bring her food for all far. Verse 15. She rises also while it's yet night, and give meat to her household and the portion.
It says she rises early at night. Mm-hmm. All right. Get that in the Psalms, how he wake up beat time. Is in Proverbs.
I know you got one in Sirach as well.
And whichever one comes up, how he gets up beat times, man. Go ahead.
This is Ephesians chapter 5 and 23. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Mashiach is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body.
Yep, the husband is the head of the house. That's how, as Mashiach is the savior of the church, man. Mm-hmm. So this is a house. All right, this is Yahweh's estate. Mm-hmm. So the 1/3 is operating as a virtuous woman, all right, building on her husband's estate. That's why I said she buy a field. Because people have to go into, a woman being a boss lady and all that shit, so they'll use Proverbs 31. But it's not talking about that, man.
What's some more of that? Okay, I got a picture for you, bro.
Hey, how about somebody stop by some kind of stop?
Ephesians 4 and 28. Let him that stole steal no more, but rather let him labor, working with his hands.
Working with his hands. Good. Now, we just read in Proverbs 31, all right, how she worketh willingly with her hands. All right, so we're putting in the work, man. Like it's going into, this is Proverbs 31, a virtuous woman, but how the hopeful elect is likened to that virtuous woman towards Yahweh. All right, go ahead.
Working with his hands the thing which is good, that he may have to give to him that needeth.
Yep. Go ahead.
I did Proverbs 31 and 16.
Yeah, read 15.
All right. Proverbs 31 and 15. She rises also while yet at night, and give meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. Verse 16. she considered a field, and by it, with the fruits of her hand, she planted a vineyard.
But she planted a vineyard, man. That's what we're doing. We're planting a vineyard, man. Cause the book of Matthew goes into a vineyard, man. All right? But that's basically doing you're tilling for Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man.
You're a farmer.
You're a farmer. All right? Go ahead.
1 Corinthians 3 and 9. For we are laborers together with the Most High. Ye are the Most High's husbandry. Ye are the Most High's building.
Now, I just said that she buy your fields, man. Now, like I said, this ain't some boss lady shit because Eve like to use the scriptures for all her little feminist ideologies. No, she's extending her husband's estate, man. All right? He's out far away doing merchant business, handling enterprise. But his wife is at home extending the property, man. Extending that name, man. Extending that, building that legacy. Go ahead, brother.
Matthew, Gospel according to St. Matthew chapter 13, verse 44. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth, and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field.
Yep. So Yahweh Shai bought the field, and we laboring it. Or you can flip it and say, we bought the field, but it was already here. We're laboring in his field, man. All right? We're tilling it. We're developing men the way you grow crops, man. We're cultivating it, the water. All right, go ahead.
I got one.
All right, yes, a lot.
This is Isaiah 5 and 7. It says, for the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel,
Yep.
and the men of Judah his pleasant plant.
Yep.
And the Lord looked for judgment, but beheld oppression for righteousness, but behold they cry.
Yep. That's that vineyard, man. All right, but we're cultivating it. See, this is the Proverbs 31 is going to that virtuous woman. On the flip side, the hopefully elect is that virtuous woman, man. Putting in work for her husband's name. Why? Because the scriptures always goes into, in like the book of Matthew, how the Lord is always on a faraway journey. And we have to labor till he comes back. All right? So we're the 1/3, that's that virtuous woman laboring till her husband comes back, man.
Their husbandry is a very tedious work, man.
Yep.
You know, because when you plant a garden, that's just the beginning. You know, but as those crops begin to develop, you gotta start putting, defense mechanisms around that garden to keep certain animals out. You know, you gotta cut certain things away because weeds will grow up. With the good crop. So like you would do a video, and the elect is like, a herb, or a plant. Well, guess what? You do a video, you're pruning away at that old character, man. At that toxic character, at those weeds, of that old man,
It's Ross.
Yep.
And, I do landscape, cut grass. If you don't maintain like a bed, if you don't go out there and take care of them weeds, will overgrow everything. It take over, especially like jasmine. It's a plant called jasmine. If you don't trim the jasmine off, that shit will grow in bushes, everywhere, the wall. It don't matter. So that you got to maintain it. And that same like in the truth, you got to maintain the truth, man. You can't just come in this and not do nothing. You gotta keep growing.
Yeah.
In the truth.
But it was like Apostle Paul said, we're set for the defense of the gospel. The guys will look at us, well, why y'all be getting on groups? Y'all can't banging. Nah, we're set for the defense. Otherwise, you'll allow these false doctrines to overtake the believers, man. It say in the book of Prophet Isaiah, cast away the stumbling blocks. It was like brother had likened it unto, like unto weeds.
Go ahead, man.
Brother going into basically got a 10. Brother going into 10 to the flock, and 10 to the truth. So I got the word 10 in the etymology. It says to incline, to move in a certain direction, to stretch out, to hold forth, direct oneself.
That direction has been in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai.
It says to hold a course.
And then what's course? It's true. Your obligations that's being upon, which is also likened to like a husband.
Right.
That's some for you. And this is Isaiah 5:1, just to back up the other Tazan one too. Isaiah 5:1. Now will I sing to my well-beloved a song of my beloved touching his vineyard. My well-beloved has a vineyard in a very fruitful hill.
Yep.
Right? That hill is Israel, of course. Verse 2. And he fenced it and gathered out the stones thereof and planted it with the choice vine and built a tower in the midst of it.
And if I can add to a stone, which is like a stumbling block, feminism, nigga culture, you know what I'm saying? Democracy, westernization in general, you know, which is westernization is pretty much the general culture where you have all these subcultures that degeneracy that come from westernization, but those are stones. What the scripture say, cast out the stones? Yeah. So like you go into that vineyard, you gotta cast the stones.
Back in the scripture, Isaiah 5 and 2, and planted it with the choice vine and built a tower in the midst of it, and also made a winepress therein. And he looked that it should bring forth grapes, and it brought forth wild grapes. Right? Because eventually we all became what? Gentiles. Verse 3, and now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem and men of Judah, judge, I pray you, between me and my vineyard. What could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it? Wherefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes, brought it forth wild grapes. And now go to, I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the heads thereof, and it shall be eaten up, and break down the wall thereof, and it shall be trodden down. Verse 6, and I will lay it waste, it shall not be pruned nor digged, but there shall come up briars and thorns. I will also command the clouds that they ran, like I will also command the clouds that they rain no rain on it.
So when we left, you know, from Yahweh Shem Shai, we left that cultivation. You know, we wasn't being cultivated anymore. We were just growing up wild. And what is a nigga excuse for why they behave? I'm a product of my environment,
Right.
You know? So when something grows in the wild, it starts to adapt to its environment. You know, like a
You finish your point?
other than like you take a pig and you put it in, you know, and it goes horn, tusk, hair. You know,
Niggas going dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Hey, last scripture, bro. Verse 7, for the vineyard of Yahweh of hosts is the house of Israel, and the men of Judah his pleasant plant. And he looked for judgment, but behold oppression, for righteousness, but behold a cry.
I want to make a point too, you know, based on what you said, adapted. If you look at this tree is out normally growing in this direction.
Right.
So it adapted to root itself further out in order to keep it falling over. So you pay attention to that because that's outside the range and the realm of a true footing. But those, you know,
If you don't catch it early, you can't fix it.
it's gonna tumble over.
Like a child, once they train up a child,
And the way they should go.
If you don't catch it early, you can't fix it.
And then you say, then you bring out a scripture recently that said, I would not send rain over them.
Yeah.
That way, hey, so we're in America without wisdom. You say we should grope in the noonday. So a nigga growing up off instinct.
Yeah, he said he would take away their heads, he took away their protection from Jake too.
You know. So Jake always in survival mode. Either you use Jake this in survival mode in the sense you working a 9 to 5, or you out here in the concrete jungle, man. On demon time, because all you got is your instincts. So you don't have no wisdom to govern your instincts, man. You know?
I got to prove what they said, bro. Because this was happening in real time. It said, Deuteronomy 32 and 1. It says, give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak and hear. O earth, the words of my mouth, my doctrine shall drop as the rain. My speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herbs, and as the showers upon the grass.
You read it again, brother?
Back in Deuteronomy 32, 2, it said, my doctrine shall drop as rain. My speech shall distill as dew, as a small rain upon the tender earth, and the showers upon the grass.
Hey, that's us receiving his word,
That's
man.
it. We the tender herbs in the grass.
Yeah.
That's right, bro.
Hey, and then you always see the movies where it's a fucking drought, then the Most High send rain, or even like BBC Planet Earth, it'd be like a fucking drought. Elephants walking slow, like, come on, keep moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then next thing you know, man, the Most High send rain, and then rain caused like a great oasis, if I may. You know? That's what's going on, man.
Can I please back you up?
Yep.
Jude 1 and 12. These are the spots in your feast of charity when they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear. Clouds they are without water.
Yep. Deprived of wisdom, you know. But you clouds, though, so you got the uniform.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right. Clouds they are without water.
They charge you for the water.
That's right.
A breakdown. Hebrew name.
Hebrew name.
Yeah, man.
Carried about of winds, trees whose fruit wither, without fruit, twice dead,
Yep.
plucked up by the roots.
That's how we know primarily the virtuous woman is wisdom on the flip side, because Yahweh Shah watered us. Now we're being cultivated.
Yeah.
Man, we didn't cut our dreads. We stopped getting hairlines. We stopped eating pork. We're being cultivated. All right, go ahead.
Therefore, we stand erect,
Yep.
uprightly.
We getting he clipped the dead ends.
Yep.
You know, 'cause you know, like with hair, you gotta clip dead ends.
Yep, yep.
But you get a house plant, and it be brown at the end.
Yep,
You
yep.
gotta clip that.
Yep.
Look at
Yeah.
Certain branches
Yeah,
and poison, you gotta
clip it.
clip it off.
Because and then there's inward maintenance too. We in this truth. We didn't just learn the breakdown and then just roll it out for the next 10 years. We gotta constantly dig inside our own soul,
That's right.
get rid of our negative habits and our dead ends too, man.
Examine yourself.
Yep.
And we're
What you call
pruning.
it?
Pruning.
Pruning. That's right. That's right.
Right, brothers going on cleanses, detox, switching up their way they eat. You're pruning.
Yep.
Because you can't just plant a seed in the ground and you never water it.
That's right.
You plant a seed and it comes out the ground, but then you just abandon it.
Right.
You know?
And living water is always moving.
Yeah.
You know, stagnant water stays the same. It doesn't change.
Nope.
And that's the reason why it becomes defiled.
I got something. Give you guys got something.
And stagnant water can die.
Mm-hmm.
And when it dies, it rots. You go ahead, Elder Kazaki.
All right, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 39 and verse 21 down to 22. Yes, brother guys. A man need not to say, what is this, wherefore is that, for he hath made all things for their uses. His blessing covered the dry land as a river, and watered it as a flood.
Yep. Hey, his blessing covered the dry land. That's the wisdom. That's what scripture will say, truth shall spring forth out of the earth. Because what springs forth out of the earth? Water. We have a water well. That's why you have springs, Niagara Falls. They got like what you call ocean springs. You know, that's like truth, man. They said, I have created all things for their uses. Well, water rehydrates you. So what does the spiritual water do? Because you had Ezekiel the 37th chapter talking about what? The dry bones, man. You see? So, we move like the virtuous woman, but on the flip side, wisdom is the virtuous woman. And she buys fields and she cultivates the land, but the land is being cultivated by wisdom. All right?
They say dry land, we were the dry bones.
We're the dry bones. In the fucking, because what is a desert? It's deserted land. And what was Israel coined? Forsaken. So we were that deserted land, man. You know? It's fucked up, man. But guess what? The Most High is water in the desert, and that's something that nations have never seen. You rarely see a desert get watered. So a desert people or deserted people are getting watered
And becoming plush.
and becoming plush.
Man.
Becoming plush. Got elites, yeah, through the spirit, man. Got the elites switching up all type of plays, man.
I got a real quick one. Jeremiah 4:3. For thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, to the men of Judah and Jerusalem, break up your fallow ground,
Woo.
and sow not among the thorns.
Yep. So break up your fallow ground, because fallow ground is like a hard ground. It's your mind.
Bust that shit. 'Cause you gotta bust the ground up, then you gotta plant.
Yep.
So that old man had to be bust up.
Yep.
Then he had to plant new seed. That stiff neck, that hard head.
That's what I was say. He dealing with a humble and contrite spirit.
Yeah.
Contrite mean broken.
Yeah.
You gotta be broken, man. All right, Elder Bun, you supposed to say something?
No, bro, I ain't have one.
Yeah, we got okay.
This is Jeremiah 17:7. Blessed is the man that trusted in the Lord, whose hope the Lord is, for he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river.
Hey, a tree. Hey, look at this. Trees planted by the water. Hey, and guess what? That's trees planted by the water. What the fuck you think those roots are sucking up, man? What the fuck you think the roots are sucking up, man? All right. And his name. Well, I ain't gonna drop the location and say the name of the lake. You know what I mean? But what the fuck? So at one point though, man.
Okay, I pull up. No.
Yeah. But the tree planted by the water. All right. That's why you have what's this gonna say? Was that the water made sweet with wood? You know?
And that's why water. The water's so important.
Yep.
And you watch the movie Bug Eli. Water was top 10. Water was gold.
Yeah.
It's gold. So water is so important. Like you need water.
Because we're water. Yahweh Shah is the ultimate chemist. he could manipulate the fuck out of. I'm sorry, he could manipulate an element, man. So we're mostly water, but look at us.
He turned water to wine.
Right, right.
And then also during the time of Egypt. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. You
No,
jump in.
hey, during the time of Egypt, he made the water sweet.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He made Moses not the rock.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, cause look, Yahweh Hashem Shai got water and dirt and made clay. They put us in it. What does it say in Joel, Elder? How much them that dwell in the house of clay? Yeah, I caught you slipping, bro. Yeah. How much them that dwell? He said he told us like, huh? How much of them that dwell in houses of clay? Because this is a 3D movie. So you know how you can put on a virtual helmet, and it's like you warped into another reality, a virtual reality. Well, the Most High put us in earth suits, so we can experience these different prophecies as though they are movies.
You know, say Avatar.
It's avatars, man.
And I think about, big simulation. I think about John the 4th chapter. At the well, Yahushua told the heathen, the Samaritan woman, that I am the living water.
And then you look at like the account the brother talked about with Moses when he smoked the rock and it came gushing out. Like you gotta understand, like it wasn't when Moses hit the rock, it wasn't no sprinkler system. You know what I'm saying? Like it actually was like a river because it became a water supply to a nation of people. Like it was like some river was created in the desert. Like it was far out, man.
Yeah, because you know researchers they believe they found the location in which the residue was. Yeah. Because most I be leaving receipts, man.
Yeah, you do.
So like this huge bowl to split.
Yeah. Yep.
With corrosion.
Doing corrosion. Yeah.
And that's what receipts goes into, to receive. That's the documentation.
Hey, that's why he said he loved Sodom as an ensample.
That's right.
And you look up the word ensample, it's simple. It's like a demonstration of look. This is
My body of work.
it's my body of work. Because if you look at when America gets destroyed, have you ever seen somebody get burnt alive like on a leak video, like a Google, what do you call it, those leaks? Like those Google leaks we could watch like somebody get murdered?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Somebody gets set on fire. Yeah, or you use like the Without Sanctuary picture of Jake get burnt alive, right? And what happens? He just there. You burnt up like a raisin, right? You just there. America being a burnt desert, that's the residue of the burnt horse. That's a burnt horse. So all they should all walk by and see a burnt horse forever and ever.
Like Lot's wife.
Like Lot's wife, that's right.
Well, that's what kings would do. You know, because it's what they call psyop.
Yeah.
Because you gotta think about if you at war, you know what I'm saying. Romans would do that too. Like they would have lines of your military crucified by 2 miles. Yeah, 2 miles.
Yeah.
You know what's the guy Dracula? What they call Dracula? Vlad. Yeah, the guy. Yeah. Like he would impale people. So you coming through. And you seeing this as a psyop. You know, so like shit.
Well, King David did that.
King David. So America's gonna be it's gonna just be that constant psyops, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's in the book of Jeremiah too. You know how it's gonna burn forever as it's corn. It's gonna be like a psyop to the Most High. You know what for the Most High to show His handiwork. You know this is what happens. You know, going back to your point, you brought up Sodom and Gomorrah and surrounding cities.
Yeah.
The Most High used that as an example or like a memorial. He's going to use Babylon the Great in the same context. Like this, is what happens when you live wickedly. This is what happens to people when the Most High pronounce judgment, so to speak.
Because people think in pictures. That's the Jake. So a picture of a burnt horse is gonna always be in your mind when it comes to being tempted by the Most High.
You can't forget that.
You can't forget that. You know?
Well, I got something after that.
All right, go ahead, Halak.
This is Hosea chapter 10, verse 12 and 13. Sow to yourselves in righteousness, reap in mercy, break up your fallow ground, for it is time to seek the Lord till he come and rain righteousness upon you. You have plowed in wickedness, you have reaped in iniquity. Yea, you have eaten the fruit of lies, because thou didst trust in the way and the multitude of thy mighty men.
Yep.
Again, to like y'all saying that we need to we springing up that the righteousness reigning in us. We gotta sow that righteousness in us, like the seed y'all was talking about.
Yeah, come.
It grows, we cultivate, we continue, in that, you know, the water, word being the water, we continue to grow and grow and grow until we out, until, you know, we flourish. Like the verse says, flesh, you know, and you know, it says, break up your fallow ground. Like you say, you gotta dig away that old man.
Yep.
You know. You gotta get what I was saying.
No, yeah, that's good. Because I
Good time. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, and verse 6 and 7. When the ungodly perish, she delivered, she being wisdom, the righteous man who fled from the fire which fell down upon the 5 cities, of whose wickedness even to this day the wasteland that smoketh is a testimony.
So, like the brother was saying, Sodom and Gomorrah is a big ass psyop. And I mean, we still have the receipts to this day. Right? Read that again, bro. And the righteous man is who? Lot. And so we're in the same spirit of Lot because it's the same spirit.
You know, like you say, the proof is, try to Google a plane ticket to Solomon and Gomorrah.
where?
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you ever did like a Google satellite? You ever try to do a Google satellite and you had an image of the place to give you a 360 with the building out there?
Yeah, bro.
Like you ever try to Google satellite an image with the building out there on Google?
Yeah.
And it's doing 360.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
doing deliveries,
Yeah.
it'd be an address and then it'd just be a highway.
Yeah. You looking around like an empty lot of some shit, man. They said, remember Lot's wife. Hey, it's like saying, remember Babylon. You know?
It go in a little bit more on it too.
All right.
It says, of whose wickedness even to this day the waste land that smoketh is a testimony, and plants bearing fruit that never come to ripeness, and a standing pillar of salt is a monument of an unbelieving soul.
Yeah, and that started with Lot's wife, but that's going to end with America, because America's that new standing pillar of salt, a desert, a burnt desert. It's like a burnt whore, and they're going to be stuck in a position that those last burnt in.
But they showed that in the movie Pompeii.
Yeah.
Brothers that saw that movie, everybody was like froze and it became ashes.
Pompeii,
You're doing wrong.
That's
This
what
shit
it is.
live, bro.
Movie. What is on?
I got to check out the library.
Try to.
But it's a
Yeah, hey, anybody else have anything? You get a closing scripture.
But you know, I got something else to link with a lot.
Okay, come on.
Here we go. Leaving out from where Priest Lot speaking about. All right, this is James chapter 4, verse 7. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord Yahushua. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain.
This you go into the early and latter rain because you will have when you plant the plant seed, you know, which is in the spring, the beginning of the year. All right, you will need that rain for those crops to break ground. And then before harvest, you would have to have that latter rain because it didn't rain a lot in Jerusalem. So you would have to have, like, if those rains didn't come, you was through. You know, and so you had to have that first rain, you know, then you had to have that latter rain at the end, at the time of harvest, to finish off some crops.
What did they say on this side? April showers bring May flowers.
Yeah.
Then we got like a lot of September storms. I'm talking about here in the West. It sort of correlates with Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Because then around the September, you have a lot of storms and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, that would be the latter rain, I presume.
Yeah, cause like even like it was a good rain season this year, so that's why you still able to get certain things like watermelon.
Yeah.
But like if it was dry like last year,
yeah.
a lot of stuff ended early. Like it was a short season.
Yeah.
But now, since that latter rain has come, you get more of that fruit for a little period of time to kind of roll over.
Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord Yahushua draweth nigh.
Establish that mind. You know, like El brother getting into his word, you know, is cultivate the elect. So when Yahushua come back, he just come to reap this harvest. Because even like you say, the talent, he said, you know, I reap what I have not sown. You see, because he left us behind to cultivate, you know, because Yahushua not coming back to do no teaching. He coming back to go to war. You see, this is our department, you know. So we're cultivate the elect, and their minds are being established and being ready to be reached by Yahushua.
Yeah. Hey, I our Lord, he's what people call the Grim Reaper, you know. But in righteousness, though, if we come back, he's coming to gather his elect or to save his woman, as the topic's been getting into, you know.
You know, and he has an expectation from her that she did what she was supposed to do with his estate. That she plant the vineyard, that she pull out the weeds, she do all these different things. So like you said, when he come back, he ain't here to do no planting. All right, he here to destroy.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
And if you've been bullshitting in the vineyard, he gonna deal with that too.
Yeah.
You know? Because he ain't coming back to get no Crips. Okay? No
Yeah.
goddamn Christians.
Yep.
You see? Because IUIC all that Christian shit, or ISPK, we serve the nigga guy. Y'all shot not coming to get them crops from that. He gonna burn that shit up. You know? I got one more.
Okay, come on, we'll close it out on that.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 9 and verse 36. It says, but when he saw the multitude, he was moved with compassion. And he is Yahushua. He was moved with compassion on them because they fainted and were scattered abroad as sheep having no shepherd. Then said he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest that he will send forth laborers into his harvest.
And Yahweh the Lord of the harvest. You know? But the laborers are few. Who can find a virtuous woman? You know? And that's, go ahead, brother.
Like I said, it's too. And what we in, brother, like it's big as an Israelite. And instead of in Mississippi, it's her. This brother Squat. And other brothers, you know, I mean, that's it, though. We got brothers in different states, too. It's millions of people on earth. It's just us. You want to work with Yahweh Shad, and that's a blessing, though.
Yeah, then amongst the Israelites, there's only one unadulterated group. You know, you got, other men who don't have that GMS label, but as far as like those men that everybody's familiar with, and we're the only untempered with women. Everybody else, they slept with Esau behind closed doors. Who can find a virtuous woman? You got the dress on, but you didn't put that dress up and got it in and pull the dress back down. Now you got name brand dresses on. You worried that, you know? So, hey, if the laborers are few, who can find a virtuous woman, man? The rarity is precious. Don't give a fuck about numbers. The elder apostle was breaking down in a live stream. You got an 800 men count. Well, it should be split up into like 200 different counts. They have a 5-man count. Of course, I'm rough with the math right here, but a 5-man count out of 800 men, there's supposed to be camps all over the city.
But look at Yahushua. Yahushua started off with what? 12 disciples.
12 disciples.
12,000 out of each tribe.
But you know what he did? He made high-value men out of 12 disciples.
That's right.
One disciple can build a whole army off what Yahweh built him up.
And he sent them out two. It's like
And 1 plus 2 is 3.
he sent them 2 by 2.
Yeah.
And when he sent them out 2
Yeah.
by 2, and he
Yeah.
divided up his camp.
He
Right.
got it up again.
You cover more ground.
You know what Yahweh did with one man? He dealt with the Apostle Paul personally, but you know the output? Because when you run a business, you look at your employees' output, like, look what he could put out.
Well, look at his works in the New Testament.
Yep. Right.
All them churches he established.
He developed one man for 3 years, and then he was sent forth. So he got a return. So
Invested in it.
yeah,
Hey, I would say, ain't no them niggas wicked, though. The Rothschild. Look what did his son.
Five.
On the left hand.
5 minutes. On the left side, look what he did.
Right.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
That nigga took over the world.
That's what I'm saying,
Man,
though.
we all owe these niggas. How old you? I
Yeah.
said, I'm good. I'm 1 second old. Goddamn.
Hey, Bun, you probably remember this, but Looney had a son. Like, he really had, I got 5
5
on
on
it.
it.
I got 5 on it.
yeah, real. Hey, well, with that, we're gonna draw this to a closing. Any closing statements? Hey, to the next time. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to the underside elder apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Abba Bao. Shalom.
Shalom.
Mhm.